So I've got this great question, and I'm going to try and answer it in as much detail as I can because there's a lot of people in the same situation. Myself included, I'm not immune to this. Do you have any advice for sticking to your calorie limit every day? I was doing that for 2 months, then I reached my first goal weight and was supposed to continue. After a while, it's been difficult to stick to the calorie limit, and now I've gained the weight back. So generally, overall, what's happened is this person who's reached out to me has basically dieted down. They've gotten to their first weight loss target, and then essentially diet fatigue has kicked in and they just started going over their calories and now have gained weight back, which is a situation we ideally don't want to be in. So there's a few things here, so stick with me. Depending on how long you've been dieting for, sometimes you can get diet fatigue, which is basically just you being on low calories for a long enough time where you just like, I'm over it, I'm done, I'm sick of restricting and eating low calories for such a long time, and I just need a break. And that's okay. That's probably a time for you, even though you haven't hit your goal, your ultimate goal, for you to maybe just take a diet break. And a diet break just means eating for a week, maybe 2, maybe 3, maybe 4, maybe 2 months, just at maintenance calories and just maintaining your results, just exactly where it is. Yes, I know we all want weight off yesterday and we want to be there ASAP, but sometimes you have to go slow to go fast. And then number 2, no, your metabolism hasn't slowed down. Just at some point, you've just been eating more calories than your body needs. That's basically why we store fat. It's just how it is. So learning maintenance is also a skill in of itself. So dieting is relatively easy. You eat low enough for long enough, you're going to lose weight. Everyone will lose weight, guaranteed, money back, 100%, no matter what. But when you're eating closer to maintenance, and this is also in one of those situations where you finish your diet and you're back at maintenance calories, it's a tightrope walk every single day. Some days you're a bit more active, some days you're a bit less active. And if you're eating pretty much close to the same amount of calories every single day, some days you'll be slightly over and gaining a little bit of fat, and some days you'll be slightly under and losing a little bit of fat, and that's okay. But if you finish your diet, and I know this person didn't manage to finish their diet completely, but if you get to the end of your diet, the same principles still apply. You at least want to be tracking your maintenance calories, daily weigh-ins, weekly measurements still for at least 1 to 3 more months after you've finished your diet. What tends to happen is when people go back to their maintenance, people go, I've got all these extra calories left over. What am I going to do? People get excited, they look better, they feel better, they start going out a lot more socially again, going out for dinners and drinking alcohol, eating chocolates and ice cream, all the forbidden foods that people didn't eat during their diet, and they just go ham. And a maintenance calories for a typical woman might be somewhere around 2,000 calories, ends up being closer to like 2,500 calories a day on average over the week. And if you go back to old habits, the position that you were in before that got you overweight in the first place, you're probably going to gain the weight back. Now, no, not everyone. And yes, some fluctuations in your weight is perfectly okay. I usually have a swing of about 3 to 6 kilos in my weight in a year. But it is important to start learning to, if you have a tendency to overeat, to start learning to create a hard stop. If I hit this number on the scale, time to get back on the diet. If my pants are getting too tight again, call it time to get back into a deficit. You've just been living life a bit too much, and you just need to be honest with yourself. And there's nothing wrong with this. It's perfectly okay. It's just keeping yourself accountable. That's all it is. And again, it is all a learning experience.